Carl Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahweh Shai, Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahweh Shai, Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahweh Shai, the water above, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth, the 100% truth. Title of the lesson today is going to be somewhere along the line about the wicked. We're going to start off in Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And what inspired me to do this lesson, with the stuff that we're seeing going on in the news, with DJ Trump going after the Northern Kingdom. Now, Trump, at the end of the day, is nothing but a puppet, and we have to keep that in mind. All they're doing is using him to forward the second part of their agenda. Now, they knew what they was doing, if you think about it, when they had Joe Biden in office. They set these conditions up to where it is now when they brought the Northern Kingdoms over here. You know, they were giving them all these money, the free housing and all that, to create a situation to stir up, to instigate a situation where they would stir up a type of jealousy or form amongst the nations, amongst you tribes, you know, mainly between the Northern and the Southern Kingdom, and also to stir up that hatred again in Esau, Edom. The devil is crafty is what he do. You have to be careful and mindful of how he reacts and how he moves, man. One thing the Bible tells us, he does a diligent search in what he does. And he's very crafty. He's like a serpent. And he waits for the right move to make it strike. Now he went down there to South America to draw these kingdoms up here, to create a volatile situation here. You already knew the economy was bad. People were struggling. He increased the burdens on the people here in Babylon the Great, you know, with the high inflation, housing, people not having ends meet, but yet they bring the northern tribes over here, and not only the northern tribes, but these other nations as well. You know, they brought Moab and all these other nations, but the main focus was on these Northern Kingdom tribes, mainly the Venezuelans. But you have Guatemalans and all these other nations, Haitians and all them that they brought up here. And it created a volatile situation, you know. Then they start giving these people the money that the other people had worked for in the form of handouts. And so it's going to create a type of contention. So the devil knows what he's doing. So in comes DJ Trump. People are fed up. They can't take anymore. So, you know, we need somebody to come in and save us from this tyrannical government. And the real tyrant is coming in behind. And you have Jakes. I slack you for laughing but it's not a funny matter. But you have some Jakes that jump to the other side and say, DJ Trump, you know, make America great again and all that, like he was going to save you, man. And you Jakes just don't learn a lesson, man. You jump from one side to the other, and the Lord tells you, man, this is not our home, man. We're not supposed to be participating in elections anyhow. You're not supposed to put any man over you that is not of your nation. And first of all, you know the system is not built for you, man. So Jake is really all over the place. And plus you had the Northern Kingdom tribe. They was the main ones that was out there voting for DJ Trump, man. And now he's making a mockery of them because he's gathering them up. And, you know, he says he's sending them down. He's back down to the border or back to where they come from. But you never know, man. At the end of the day, it's just stirring up this pride in Esau, Edom. And this thing may spill over to something that's totally out of control at the end of the day. And, you know, they have these people running around here like bounty hunters that's going around, you know, gathering up the people. And I think they offered rewards, and it's going all the way back to the time of Gad. When they was hunting Gad for scalps, Gad and Reuben. Then take a bit further, it goes all the way back to 70 A.D. He's putting that spirit back on these Edomites again, which we know they're really the same Romans that went over there in 70 A.D. And the one thing they boast about is their Roman Empire, and they boasting about it now that they coming back into that same, they tap back into that same energy again. So we have to be mindful, man, because it's like the beloved elder apostle out of GMS Chicago, he often said, it starts off with the northern tribe and it ends up with the southern tribe, or something of that nature, he says. But yeah, it's about to kick off, man. Let me go ahead and hit another precept again. The book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And so they've taken crafty counsel. They always set this play in motion many years ago. Now it's to that time they're ready to go ahead and spring the trap. And so now they got all these stormtroopers together. They got all these other nations over here, and all hell is going to break loose. But at the end of the day, it's all designed by them to set up a one world government. They play like they playing both sides, like, we're not with that initiative. But at the end of the day, they're going to set a trap for everyone. It's going to start off with the northern kingdom, then all of Israel, but really everybody in the whole, and that's part of their enterprise, man. That's part of what they're trying to set up, their agenda. And one thing, how does the devil work, is by dividing and attacking each individual group. So you got everybody all divided, all nations separated against each other, and now this devil going in and starting to make his move. So we have to be mindful of the play, because the Lord is going to warn his prophets. He always warned his prophets of everything that these devils begin to do, man. He warned his prophets and have his prophets warn the people. And it's up to the people to take heed, Time to repent and call on the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yahweh being the Father, Yahushua being the Son, our Savior. And it said, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden one. And that's all these nations in the whole, man. Moab, Ishmael, mainly Esau, Edom, the Amalekites, which is the top tribe of Esau, Edom, and all these other nations. They conspired together, man. And they know that Esau, Edom time is coming to a short, so they kind of put everything into play, because they know the Lord is about to make his return. They said, let us cut them off from being a nation. And like I said, they're going after the northern tribes right now. But it won't be long, they're going to flip the script and go after the southern kingdom as well, the southern tribes as well. Talking about you so-called blacks. So you're not out of the water, man. This devil's coming for you. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. That's where they're going to start bringing in those Gerber troops, along with those storm troops, and just all hell going to break out. The book of Psalms, chapter 140, verse 2, and we're going to read on down through 5. Which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually they are gathered together for war. And right now they sharpening that sword, man, with their policies and with his devices and things he come up with. They got these little these android machines, these cyber, little dogs or whatever they created that they mounted with guns that they can use. So they preparing, man. They sharpening their sword, man. With the android, what they call those butcher bots and stuff like that. So they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips, Selah. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. The proud had hid a snare for me in cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah. So they set the trap, and now they about to spring the trap. And it's already, well, actually, it already done started because they're springing on the northern tribes, but it's going to spread throughout all of Israel. The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And I remember one part, I don't know if he did it before the election or during the election or after the election, where DJ Trump went in there and he said, he gave the quote about the woman and the snake. You know, the woman, she was walking, going home, and she ran across a snake that was out there freezing. And she picked up the snake, or the snake asked the woman, to help her. I guess she took the snake home, she put it in her bosom and set it in front of the fireplace so the snake could unthaw. And as soon as the snake unthaw, he bit the woman. And as the woman was dying, she looked down at the snake and said, "Why did you bite me?" And then the snake said, "You know I was a snake from the beginning. What did you expect?" And Trump made this quote here recently. So basically he's telling you, you knew who I was from the beginning. You know who we are and what we're about. And yet y'all still put trust in it. So, and I think that was prophetic, man, through the spirit. But pretty much the same time, they kind of mocking you at the same time, man. They know what the hell they're doing. And we're going to finish off in Job chapter 5, verse 12 through 13. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So no matter what they try to do, man, they're not going to win, you know. It's going to look like they got a strategic advantage, you know, because they got everything in play. They got the tribes all disoriented going against each other. But the Lord is going to have the final hand in this, man. He's going to bring the tribes together. And really the elect is going to be saved out of it, man. And then the Lord is going to put in that work, man. This devil think that he's going to forward his enterprise, man, with his new world order, but the Lord is going to be that stumbling block for them. And therefore they're going to be destroyed, taken into captivity. And then we're going to rule over all the nations again, the tribes of Israel. So with that being said, man, Lord will, this lesson was edifying. But let me see if I can pull up one video real quick of Trump making that statement. But they've been putting this in play for a while, man. Just to keep you Jakes in derision, man.
Who has heard the poem called The Snake? So I have it. Does anybody want to hear it again? You sure? Are you sure? Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. Right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called The Snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Shalom. With that, say shalom.